If you haven't yet heard the insane mysteries surrounding Denver Airport or want to hang and talk about it, you're in the right place. Welcome to Soul Spy University, where your souls can run free and your minds are free to expand. This episode will cover what we're allowed to and probably more regarding Denver Airport as we continue to try to tread lightly while still delivering as much information as we can. But first, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep existing for you. Roll with us. And if anybody gets anything out of anything, just know that there's a donation link in the description box. And we appreciate each and every one of you so much. It's unbelievable. And if you're new, welcome to the family. And we're just going to dive right in. Tommy, have you heard about Denver Airport at all?
I've heard rumors.
Yeah. All right, let me begin. First, they went way over budget on building it. When they started building it, it was like billions over budget. They basically spent over 2 billion over budget to build it. It has six, now a former government contractor is saying 8 levels below it, underground below it. And we're going to hear more about that former government contractor that claims even more soon. Okay. The murals on the wall are straight up creepy. I have pictures, and some think that it predicted horrible future events that have already happened. That's a whole other story. But I have evidence for that as well. And basically, all of the murals. Okay, there's more, but basically everything leads to the I got to be careful with the words I'm saying, but I mean, for anyone that's not unfamiliar with this kind of topic, you'll know what it leads to. And I'm going to get to that in a second, but you're going to realize what it is the more I speak. They also built 5 large buildings and then said they won't do. And instead of demolishing them, they just straight up buried them.
What? What?
Yeah. And then everything from the murals and the statues apparently directly relate to the Freemasons, whose name and symbol are everywhere there. If you look up who built it, it says the New World Airport Commission. The New World Airport Commission, which supposedly doesn't exist anymore. And it was temporary for just that. We didn't even get to the juiciest parts yet, but until that, let me show you the pictures I'm talking about that are just really creepy. These are the murals on the wall. They've since been deleted, supposedly. It's basically acting like it's peace surrounding this German looking kid. I don't know. People read all sorts of things into this. I really don't want to say what it looks like and what people think it is. I'm just going to hope for the best. Also, this is also prior to that.
What the? Looks like a weird Disney movie.
We're talking entire walls of this, like bigger than like life size.
Why?
I know. And it's all depicting death and like honestly like future events that have happened. Oh, this is one of the creepiest ones. I mean, we're talking the most morbid things you could think of if you really look at the picture. Like that's a mom and her child. Like it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Yeah. This is the plaque in it that I'm about to mention in a second, because supposedly that's a time portal.
What?
A time traveling portal. It's Denver International Airport. There's the Freemason symbol right there. But not only is it's known to, there's been Freemasons that have been seen with their like cards trying to like gain entry. It's some sort of portal. Let's see my other notes. It might be the entrance to the underground. Phil
Yeah, probably.
Snyder, who since had a mysterious and sudden death, since revealing this info was a former government contractor who was on the project. He says there's not 6 levels below the airport, but 8 levels that spans over 4.5 miles long in every direction. The levels are for, according to him, the levels are for FEMA, reverse engineering UFOs. Many call this area Area 52, and the lowest level is for humanoid creatures that are enslaving humans for labor and breeding them for food. His
What?
friends, okay, Phil Schneider's friends have mysteriously died over the years. And he said very blatantly, if he died, he was killed.
How old was this man? He's probably like 90 something years old. He's like, if I died, I didn't die naturally.
No, he said, my friends have mysteriously died over the years for saying anything about this. And if he died, he was killed, and it wasn't taking his own life, right?
Mhm.
And then he died, supposedly taking his own life.
Yeah, yeah, that's about right. I'm sure there's a lot of interesting things on his computer now too.
Yeah,
Like, look,
that's exactly what they do to anybody trying to so yeah, he's a former government contractor there on the project. There's just so many mysteries surrounding Denver Airport. And what's really pissing people off is now they're making a joke of it. Denver Airport itself is like with different murals, like what's behind this wall? Like supposedly there was like a huge horse statue when you first drove into the airport, like scary metal black horse with like red eyes, like beaming out. And it's like a Trojan horse, a horse of like war. And it actually killed its creator because as the person is creating it, something fell off it and he died. Um, but yeah, there's pictures of that horse throughout the thing being like, what's behind this wall? What are we doing? Like basically they're like there's so many rumors surrounding this airport that they're actually just like making fun of it. And that's really pissing people off who are like, you know, like a little above getting distracted because basically you're hiding it in plain sight. You're being like, ooh, if we just make a joke of it, no one's going to say anything. And it's like,
yeah, of course.
yeah. But there's a lot more to this. Basically, there's underground safe bases for the president for if something were to happen. You know, there's one, like there's certain points throughout the country that they are underneath, you know, this amazing hotel that I think is in Virginia. I think it's called the Alexandria. I'm not sure, but it's just gorgeous, right? And they since shut that down, which was weird. But here's my point about it. Within 14 miles of the airport, there is that spot for the president.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, when when there was something going on, I think it was 2014, but guys, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments and let me know what you think. There was a huge meteor, an asteroid that was it was like coming towards Earth. It was huge, and they just weren't sure if it wasn't going to hit it. So they put him in the nearest underground bunker, which he was closer to the one that was 14 miles from the airport, but they put him in the airport. They chose to put him in the Denver airport.
Because there was probably like a freaking alien portal just waiting. It's like, we're getting out of here, Mr. President. It's like, yes, bling blong.
Yeah, it's seriously, yeah, Denver airport, man. Like so many.
mean,
Apparently, a
it
lot of
makes
people
sense.
would come and go there, like getting fired.
It
Left.
makes sense. If you're gonna do like insane underground stuff, a new contract like that, like an airport that's being done by like private freaking contractors, makes sense to build an underground base. It's just smart, especially in Denver where freaking aliens are all over the damn place. People going left and right, seeing them left and right.
Is that true?
Yeah, remember we saw that documentary on that guy who's like, I was sitting on my couch and my daughter was having a sleepover and I thought one of her friends came down there. So for some reason I took out my camera and like this little like alien head popped out, but it looked like paper mache. It
Oh,
popped out.
Stan Romanek or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he was in Denver.
Yeah, that was Denver.
Ah, those aliens, Denver, man.
They don't mess around. They're all made of paper mache.
Yeah. Although I doubt they're making 8 levels below this airport for paper mache aliens. You know what I mean?
I don't know what they're made out of. That's their skin.
I mean, here's the thing. Why make 8 levels under an airport? I understand, trying to keep the president safe, and I understand like whatever they got to do down there, right? But
Mhm.
8 levels, I
Well,
bet
I mean,
there's more. No, but it makes you wonder, maybe there really is alien stuff going down.
oh, 100%. It's a perfect place for freaking alien stuff to go down. So 8 levels is just it's not a big deal. It's like each level is, given to somebody for each whatever. I guarantee you the bottom. I doubt it's skin eating aliens, but if it is, it's probably just Elon Musk down there. He's like, bring me more babies.
Yeah. Well, apparently, I don't know. Like apparently everything goes down to this Freemason thing where like
Mhm.
they have this whole plan for New World Order and all sorts of things like that I don't even want to get into. And that's why it says like, New World Airport.
Oh,
Commit.
well, I don't know the whole story about the Freemasons. I mean, my friend Frank.
Yeah.
I believe his his grandfather, is a Freemason. They have a
Mhm.
ring and everything.
See,
So,
thing, like I think a lot of people are, but I think it's like the higher ups. You know what I'm saying? It's
oh
almost
yeah, yeah.
it's almost like a political frat.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt in that. But I don't know if I, I mean, I don't know if it's them trying to take over the world or more like them just trying to run things from the shadows, because everybody knows about them.
Well,
So,
no, supposedly it is them trying to have a new world order, and in order to do that, they have to, like get the population down so they're more controllable. And there was many ways in which to do that, which we can't mention, but it resembles a lot that's what already happened already. There's also a symbol in Denver Airport that people think is the Australian formula for this other kind of virus in which we would handle it the same way but worse, that apparently really would wipe out a lot. So, you know, yeah. And it's in plain sight. It's like this crazy formula, like right there.
are you
Like,
telling me no scientist could be like, oh yeah, look at that?
yeah, well, that's why they're saying it, because they figured it out.
Oh, they actually did, lock it down that it is it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a speculation.
Well, it's a
Oh,
speculation, but the exact number is that. Like it's a
that's
decimal, like
insane.
4-digit number. And symbol with the Mason symbol right there.
Why? Why? Why
Because
do
they're
that?
trying to do the New World Order, supposedly. You know?
But
Apparently,
why
it
taunt
gets even
people with it?
weirder, to be honest.
What's the point in being like, hey, we're gonna kill you all? This is how.
Because it's this whole
Welcome to
hiding
Denver.
in plain sight thing. It's a whole hiding in plain sight thing. And it might be, that maybe maybe they know the laws of manifestation. I'm a manifestation coach because it's fucking real. And that's why my clients do so well. Okay. So if someone keeps staring at a number, wondering what it is, what do you think is going to manifest in the world?
I mean, I guess, but that's gonna in that.
And that's my
But,
theory.
but to do a formula of a virus is like that's a little weird. That's
They do a lot of things in code. You know what I mean? In other words, look at the money you have. It's all coded with it. It's all like if you look at it, there's the pictures of them right there, the freaking everything.
Illuminati and all that nonsense. Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean. That's exactly what it's pointing to, but I don't want to say that word.
Why? It's Freemasons.
No, 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 we're just gonna try
Oh, we'll be fine. It's like Tommy killed himself in the weirdest way.
to. My God, God forbid. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, like all these celebrities doing the symbol, all that stuff. It's like literally in plain sight. It's literally mainstream now.
Yeah, it's gotten a little crazy out there, and people are like, "Oh, they're just being eccentric." I'm um, like at
That's
first everybody thought the rock symbol was, like for Rockefeller Records, and now it's like, oh, it's not.
I know. Listen, I always wanted to give the benefit of the doubt as well because, these claims are a little far out, but after a while, it's like, I don't know, what else does that damn triangle mean? They're not telling us. They're not like this means like, no, they're not, you know? And yet it is the symbol. I mean, if the celebrities want to come out and be like, yeah, I am part of that club. And you know what? We don't do what I'm centering my words right now because it was funny what I was about to say, but it was gross. But you know what I mean? Like, we don't do horrible specific violent acts against the worst type of human like that we could do that again. No, we don't. They don't say that. They don't say we just play checkers and like are around the bonfire. Nobody's saying that. They're just like, look at my symbol. I don't
Yeah,
want to do it. Oh.
all their shows and stuff are like, I mean, what's his name? What's that little rapper's name? The Horse Motel one.
Okay.
What the hell's that called?
The one that's not straight.
Horse.
Mhm.
Oh, what the hell's his name?
Is it like Lil Nas or something?
Yes. That's his name.
Okay.
He did that weird devil video, or it's like insane, like demonic stuff, and
Hands so clear to Louis.
then all of a sudden that freaking Sam Smith kid, who was like, "I'm the nicest guy. I'm such a nice guy. Everything's all nice," and then all of a sudden he's like, "Screw it. I want to be more famous." So he did like a devil thing on stage, where like it's like, oh, why do you need to do these things? You people are famous enough. You don't need to be drinking weird things.
Supposedly Oprah never joined. I know Rihanna did, supposedly. This
Oh
is
yeah,
all
Rihanna did.
allegedly. Huh?
Yeah, Rihanna did.
Yeah, supposedly Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah,
Poor,
I've heard
poor,
everybody knows that. Yeah.
poor Britney just got her brain like eaten with it or something because I do. I have so much compassion for her, but I honestly think it just goes back to that. I think that South Park episode was like really true.
Which one?
There's a whole one about her that it pretty much happened the way it did. Like, I hope, God, Brittany, if you're watching, I don't mean anything by it. We love you as a person. Um,
Yeah, just chill out with the Instagram stuff. I mean, you have children. Come on, Lisa.
no, it's just we don't want to put. She's an artist, and you know what? I was never like a fan, but like I am a fan of people. Like, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I think we're gonna stop talking now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go ahead and I was gonna bash her. Nah,
No,
I'm
no, that.
I'm fine. I won't bother Britney Spears. Not
Uh,
who, like she knows who the hell I am.
I mean, we don't know who. We don't know who the two followers are that aside from us and hey Sarah, we love you, Sarah. I mean, we had a new person the other week, but my eyes weren't working. It was like new person. My eyes stayed dilated for a few days. Anyway, back to Denver Airport.
So yeah, I've heard many different things. Like you said, I've heard that there are a bunch of different military installations underneath it. The thing is this though, do they have to leave through the airport?
What do you mean? Oh no. What? Do you,
Like, is there a secret? Like, if it's only 4 miles in the diameter, or four whatever, like where the hell is this other secret exit? Like, how are these aliens being like, all right, just gonna put this captain's hat on. Hopefully nobody notices.
that's an interesting question. Actually, it's 4.5 miles wide underneath. So underneath, which I think is wider than the actual airport, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think it actually does connect to another facility. that it's either the buildings they said are just like, oh, these won't do, but we're not going to destroy them. Just leave it. Just leave it. Like it's either those or another thing near it. So
Okay.
this
I was
is
gonna say, is there like a
like
lake nearby or something?
this is getting a little Stranger Things. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because remember that whole underground the mall?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, where else can you? It just it's the president flies in there or whoever flies in there. You never know. You never know who it is. Like we don't know where people go at any freaking point in the day. So it's a smart decision to do it at an airport because I mean, you go in, do whatever the hell you need to do, and be like, all right, I'm going back. Just walk upstairs, jump back on a plane and go.
Probably a secret entrance into the underground, and presidents with their private jets, and their like, their tinted cars, and so maybe like same with the aliens. I don't know. There's probably like some way that they just go directly underground, or maybe they make themselves invisible, which sounds crazy, but I mean, if they're from the future, not really.
But there's got to be something like there's so many workers at the Denver airport. Like nobody really says anything. You would think people would just come chatting about it all left and right. Like some regular bag boy at the airport's like, oh yeah, no, the ground opens up over there.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's Colorado.
So what does that have to do with anything?
So, like, everyone's high and like not giving a what's going on, or they're
That
like,
was
oh,
like
because I did too much weed every
that
day
was like
the past 4 years.
what, 7 years ago. When the hell they legalized that thing over there?
Who
7 years ago?
cares? It's still happening.
Yeah, but now it's everywhere. Everywhere is legal. Because freaking the city. Every time I go to work, it's like all I smell.
That's true.
So
But I think because they're so happy there because they've been doing it for so much longer that their brain's like, it was time. Like, it's obviously
and
the,
it's so high up.
huh?
It's so high up. There's a lack of oxygen plus marijuana equals lackadaisical people.
Also, if an airport, think about how big an airport is. If there's a secret thing to an underground, it's very possible not to know. I feel like I could have worked in like American Eagle and not known there was an underground. You know what I mean? Because you're only access to certain rooms.
Yeah, but I mean, there's got to be a few people there that have been working there for a very long time. And how do you not notice?
Well,
It,
this is
like
a new airport.
it's been around since '94, right?
But yeah, it's kind of new, kind of.
Not that new.
It's either 94 or 2014.
It's 29 years old. That's not. I mean, there's got to be somebody
That's
that's been.
new. They knew, and then in other words, think about the technology they have now versus when they had.
And they've never updated this thing in that 29 years.
What do you mean?
Like they.
Probably years.
So I mean, there's got to be people are like, oh, we got to put a fence here. What the ground opened up.
Okay, I'm telling you. And then some people say the barbed wire that's supposed to keep, face outward is facing inward.
I thought barbed wire just faces up.
And now it's saying that it faces both directions. I don't know. But
Yeah, it's just little. Yeah, it's just little barbs all over the place.
that's just what's been. But anyway, no, it's very possible someone wouldn't notice. It's not like the ground's opening up beneath you per se. It's, it could be a secret entrance anywhere. Look at Stranger Things.
True, true. Although unless they are just like super freaking like not paying attention whatsoever, and like this guy's going to lunch, and all of a sudden this little freaking alien's like, it's like what the hell is that?
Yeah, I wish they were that cute and friendly in that airport. I feel like in that airport, maybe not.
Oh, they're just more aggressive. The guy's eating like you're having a sandwich, and all of a sudden you just an alien's hand goes, "How's it going, Roger?"
That would be it. I mean, nothing like the LaGuardia aliens. They're probably like,
Yeah, but the LaGuardia aliens are just homeless people that do the exact same thing.
that's not nice. Okay. No, they're probably like straight up, with their Yankee hats trying to kill everyone, just like
Oh yeah,
everyone else in New York
they sure enjoy pushing people.
that we could say because we're from it.
Bless you.
Thanks. Okay, anything more on this?
Not on my end. Uh, I do believe yes, it makes perfect sense that there would be something underneath that airport. The fact that they're a little too freaking aggressive with letting people know that there is, it's annoying.
No, it's all mystery surrounding it that we found out thanks to the internet now. Oh, you're talking about how they're in your face about it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because mhm.
But I mean, maybe they're wrong. It's like out of all these like speculations and all this other stuff, and it turns out to be like a hostess factory.
Definitely not.
All they make is
Although that would help depopulate, cut it down a little.
yeah.
Long game.
It'd be hilarious if all these like things that we've been talking about, this all end up being like secret pastry shops or factories, and we're
Well,
all like, and it's like, oh no, they make the ho-ho there.
I actually have great news about that for the future, guys. In a future video, which we're probably going to record right now and post after this one. So until then, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss our next video. Donation link in the description box. My body's been fighting something off throughout this whole episode, so thanks for bearing with me there on that. And I really enjoy you hanging with us. We both really do. And thank you so much, guys. And leave in the comments what you think. What have you heard about Denver Airport and poor Phil Schneider? There's so much more on him. We should probably do a whole separate video on it. And
Oh, yeah, that guy.
it is the first day of spring here, so all our windows are open and just blowing air right in. And my dog is chasing things, so I have to run. But I'll see you guys soon and love you so much.
I guess.